Welcome to fournseven-poster-frame belysning.
You are not broken. You are out of balance. And there is a path home. This is fournseven-poster-frame belysning,
From the Alaska ulfhednar,
ancestral morning light for those
who have been through hell
and are still standing.
This nonprofit has a sliding scale guidance
At alaskaulfhednar.org/guidance.
for felonious belly snake.
Begins now.
Every day, someone's little girl, daughter, sister, girlfriend, fiance, wife, cousin, mother, auntie, grandmother, great grandmother, elder disappears, shattering a family, a community, the world. There is something we can all do. Remember them.
And be sure to check out my website at author.akulfhednar.com for a book that's been published and now getting ready for 2 companion books to help you apply to other factors of your life. Rewriting your emotional recipes, understanding the emotional patterns you inherited and forge new ones on purpose, using our ancestry, belonging, and the emotional patterns that shape your life. Visit our website to purchase and download author.akulfhednar.com. Good morning and happy Thursday to you. I hope today is going as well as to be expected. Today, of course, we speak of the pine's endurance. A wonderful topic because it really speaks to, as we reach closer to the end of this week and getting ready for the weekend, by all means, we realize that there's strength that we need to call up from deep within ourselves to power through those experiences that we have on this reality. But as always, as we start this show, I want to give a huge thanks to those of you who have liked, followed, and subscribed. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for supporting our show. I really want to give another shout out to our friends and family at newrealitytv.com. Wonderful spectrum of perspectives that offer almost anyone that piece of intellect that will resonate with them and help them along their spiritual journey. So visit newrealitytv.com. You will not be disappointed. Well, as we mentioned coming into the show this morning, as always, we are getting ready to publish quite a handful of books that I have put together primarily around the rewriting your emotional recipes. We've also, for those of you here in Anchorage, Alaska, we will be having a conference. You can make reservations through our website as well, author.akulfhednar.com. And the conference speaks directly to the book. The book, of course, published with Kobo. So be sure to check that out. The companion books are for parenting your child through the ages, and then a teenager book that's dedicated, that takes the Ryer visual model and applies it to understanding how our children think and how they kind of process stuff. So do check those out. In addition, we've got a handful anyway of spoke books coming out. Those ebooks kind of address one particular area. So you want to check all those books out. All the information will be available on our website. I don't know that it's up just quite yet, but it should be up sometime today. So be sure to check in often at author.akulfhednar.com and navigate you'll see a big purple box that says get the book. There you can find out all the information about the book before you get the book. So again, check him out. You will not be disappointed, I hope. I hope. I'm the author, so I hope you're not disappointed. Today's show brought to you by Fournseven, poster and frame. As always, you know, every hall, every place, everything needed personalization to make it home, and certainly that is something that Fournseven is good at. So do check them out, as well as all of our other affiliates on our website at at akumedia.akoutlaw.com/sponsors. There you'll find a list of all of our affiliates who all have wonderful opportunities going during this holiday season. You might even still have time to get that gift for that person that you can't find a gift for. There might be something there, so do check that out. All right. Today we're talking about two things, and they're kind of interconnected. We're talking about the strength of Thor, today being Thor's Day, of course. So we're going to talk about the strength of Thor, but we're also talking about the endurance of the pine tree. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with the pine trees are wonderful, wonderful trees that are highly flexible. They can really sway with the wind, and they can really absorb a lot of the wind in their areas. They make a wonderful wood too, and they smell delightful. They are wonderful trees, just in general. Wonderful brothers and sisters. Beautiful trees. And so we talk about strength, and a lot of people, when we get this idea of strength in our minds, we've got this idea of this rigid, durable, I'm strong, right? Well, strength doesn't always mean rigid. It doesn't always mean, you know, bulked up. It doesn't mean we spend, 7 days a week in the gym. That's not what strength or endurance means. Strength understands its environment. It's able to flex with whatever is going on around it and retain its shape. So when we talk about the pine tree, particularly today on Thor's Day, we know that the tree kind of flexes, but the tree remains. Even though the wind may be ferocious, it is able to retain its composure, its togetherness, right? Well, that's the real sign of strength. It's not going to the gym and bulking out. That's for your health, and rightfully so. It's a good call, being healthy and keeping care of the physical form. But don't confuse the two. When we talk about our minds, and we're talking about interactivity with all the influential energy that's kind of around us at all times, this is something that we need to seriously consider, is retaining our shape as we are absorbing the winds of change. Thinking about influential energy constantly trying to change us. Constantly. I mean, it's everywhere. Whether it be in audio format, whether it be in video format, whether it be in smell, whether it be in touch or taste, we're constantly being influenced to alter our trajectory or to alter ourselves. Remember, every thought that we have, everything that goes through the whole process of thought, or as I like to refer to it as the Ryer model, everything that goes through that has the potential of changing us not only the way we think or maybe even the way we feel, but the way we are fundamentally. There was a study done, I want to say it was in Chicago, I'm not 100% sure, and I don't remember the actual author of the study, who made note that, and in his case, he was using honeybees, but this is in all existence, in all life. As we are processing our environment, we have the potential of changing our DNA, of altering the fundamental building blocks of our body. Think of it this way. For those of you who may or may not have heard of or dealt with in real life this kind of idea of cancer. Now, cancer is a horrible thing. It does no one any good. But, except in my case, when my family had to deal with this, one of the things was super, one of the silver linings of the whole time was this idea that we received an education about it. We really got, the doctors were very, very, explained everything and showed us how things worked. Well, one of the things I learned during that time was this idea that cancer infects one cell. One cell. In all of your body, it affects one cell. That cell then splits. It multiplies. It splits and the old cell dies off, and it continues this process. Well, as the new cells split off, right, they're infected. They're cancerous. And so this cancer grows cell by cell by cell by cell. I started praying about that. I started asking my ancestors about that. That ancestors, how can it be that this biological disease can transmit through our cells when you've taught me that our experiences create a chemical composition within our body. So when you are receiving things, when things are coming into the brain, we are processing that, and part of that processing becomes a creation of a chemical composition that leaves what my ancestors referred to as the well of the self, and it kind of transmits through the body up to the thing called the recipe card, and then on into the horn of feeling. Well, this distance that it's traveling through the body, it's interacting with our physical form, with the biological unit that we inhabit for a physical lifetime. And that manipulation of the chemistry within our body is transmitted. That manipulation of the chemistry within our body has the potential of altering cells in the same way that cancer does. Wow, wait a minute. So what you're saying is, while the energy I'm creating, the bioenergy I create when I convert the exterior to the interior, right? I'm converting it into bioelectricity. That bioelectricity is being evaluated and manipulated and modified and altered. At the bottom of the well of the self, our body creates a chemical signature using hormones, using all kinds of things that it manufactures. It's going to create that bioenergy. It's going to replicate it in biochemistry. That biochemistry then transmits from the well of the self to the recipe card where it's evaluated. But in between those two is the physical form. This is where we have the manipulations. So if we, as an example, if you were to do a jigsaw puzzle, big puzzle, and you were putting the pieces together, and boy, you were just moving along, and you were getting the puzzle done. But then you decide, I got to stop for a while, and I'm going to go have a few drinks, right? So I'm going to go alter the blood alcohol content in my system, right? So now things are a little fuzzy, things are a little woo, 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 right? Because we've got a few drinks in us. Now we're going to go back to the puzzle. Is it as easy? No. Why? Well, this goes to the biochemistry that we create at the bottom of the well of the self, and between that and its arrival at the recipe card, okay, its arrival, the distance there, that chemistry has to swim through the alcohol. It has to swim through whatever chemistry we've altered our physical form with, whether that be, a good diet, whether that be a good physical exercise, whatever that is, alcohol, other mind-altering substances, whatever they are, including, up to and including, medicines that we take, aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, all of that manipulates the chemistry that we're creating in the well of the self. So when this now concoction, that's what we'll call it, a concoction, arrives at the recipe card for its evaluation of how are we feeling, that alteration that arrives at the recipe card is not what left the well of the self. Those are different now. Why? Because we've altered this chemistry in the physical form, in the body. We've manipulated it. So what leaves the well of the self is a replication of this signal, this bioelectricity, the experience. We're going to try to replicate it using biochemistry. That biochemistry is then released into the physical form, and it transmits up to the recipe card where it's now evaluated. But along the way, we've had these manipulations. This is something that we need, I think, we need to understand. We need to know that our physical existence is important because we have this chemistry. Spiritual entities, even the gods, can't create chemistry. Oh, they can do magic with bioelectricity, and the energy. They can work wonders. All kinds of cool stuff, right? They have all the powers. But biochemistry is strictly physical form. Nothing else can do it, right? So this is our superpower, if you will, of being a physical form. This is why we're here on Earth. This is why we have this thing called a physical lifetime, because it alters the experience. It alters it. Makes it different. Changing the way the energy is then put into the horn of feeling through the midgate and ultimately in the memories. Those memories then, obviously, as we know, are shared with our spiritual mind and therefore shared with the deities, shared with the spirits, shared with the ancestors. All right, I hear a timer going off behind me, which indicates that it is time to listen to the gods, to get their opinion, to have them provide us with guidance and wisdom, may provide us with direction, especially today on Thursday. So, today's rune. today's rune is, let me get it close enough so I can read it. Not this. Not this is today's rune, which is very exciting because not this indicates achievement through effort. Isn't that what we're doing? Aren't we learning and growing and changing and evolving? But we're having to work at it. Sometimes this journey that we're on is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Sometimes it's just flat difficult. Not this tells us that we have achievement through effort, personal development through life's lessons, growth. So, understanding not these plays a very interesting role in Thor's Day in celebrating and embracing the pine tree. This is a very interesting combination of energies that are coming to fruition. So, not this being a very beneficial rune today. So, I hope that you will embrace it. All right, and as always, I need to take a very quick commercial break, and then when we come back, I want to put this lesson on the road for us every day today, so that we can use the knowledge and the wisdom and make a life a little better for ourselves. All right, we'll take a very quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Dublin Weekend or Sunbreak, eBookers Ireland. Bundles flights, stays, and car hire smartly. Plan the escape. Link in our description.
It's happening.
It's in the air. The time is now.
We're all waking up.
We're waking up.
We're all waking up.
It's all shifting.
New vibrations.
It's you.
It's you.
It's me. It's all of us.
Together.
A new time.
A new day.
A new energy.
A new energy.
New reality.
Awaken with us.
Awaken with us.
Awaken with us.
NewRealityTV.com.
Step into a look that carries you. Janet Howard fashions, clean lines, confident silhouettes. Browse the new edits. Check out a link in our description.
These words are stirring something heavy in you. You don't have to carry it alone. Sliding scale spiritual guidance with sessions outside normal business hours is available through the Alaska ulfhednar. Visit akulfhednar.org/guidance to book a free discovery session.
Just a reminder, you can visit our website at author.akulfhednar.com, where you can purchase and download Rewriting Your Emotional Recipes. All right, we are back. Thank you so much for taking that quick break with us. And as always, and as a reminder, I should say, today's sponsor, Fournseven Poster and Art and Frame. By all means, check out their offerings, as well as many other affiliates who have support our show here at akumedia.akoutlaw.com/sponsors. There you'll see a collection of individuals who support our mission here. Do check them out. Do visit their website for everything you purchase, obviously. There is a little bit in there for the stations and certainly for our program. So do check them out, because wonderful gifts. You're going to find something for that someone who you can't find anything for ever. All right. So today, as always, We are talking, right, should say, as always, I should say, on Thursdays, we're always talking about Thor and the strength of Thor. And today we're also including the pine tree's endurance and thinking about how the flexibility allows the pine tree to stand even against the strongest of winds. So thinking about that in our own personal life. Now, during our conversation today, we've kind of gone quite a distance, and we've spoken about this thing called biochemistry and the creation and the manipulation and the modification of that biochemistry, and how important that is to our physical lives and certainly to the spiritual life that we will have after this, and or those ancestors who are absorbing that energy now. One of the things I wanted to say, just to put out there and here as our exercise for today, being the strength of Thor, and thinking about endurance, I want us to think about those influences within the society, community, that are trying to alter our well-being. Think about the things, instead of thinking about what everyone's offering, what is coming in from all sides. I'd like us to think about, what do we want? We want to be peaceful, right? We want to be comfortable. We want to be loved. We want to be needed. These things want to be included. Those types of things is what drives people to a state of sometimes can be pulled in many different directions, leading to a fracture in that. When we think about being right, and when being right has more value than being together, what have we gained, right? What have we gained versus what have we truly lost? So in today's exercise, I'd like us to think about contemplating what it is we really want in our lives. What is our authentic self? A lot of times we play roles for society and the community around us. We play roles to kind of fit in. Is that really what's providing us with comfort? Or are we our own worst enemy? Are we undermining that which could bring us that joy and comfort and happiness and peace, harmony? When we think about living in modern society, and we think about community, and we think about this thing that we call society, are we contributing to that by promoting this thing called harmony? Or are we doing something else? I don't know. But I think it's worthy of us to take a minute, maybe do some meditation, some intrinsic reflection, to see what it is that we really want. What is in our authentic self? What is our real honesty within ourselves? For it's there that we build our strength from. When we become authentic, we're no longer scraping off the well of the self as described in the Ryer model. We're now able to live our authentic self, and there's a freedom there. There's a freedom unimaginable before you get there. Trust me, I know, personally. So today, let's think about let's baseline who we are. What's it mean to be an authentic version of us? Not what society wants, not what parents want, not what partners want, not what anyone else wants. What does our authentic self look like? Maybe make a list. I want to be happy. I want joy in my life. I want harmony with other people. I want to be, needed and wanted and loved. Harmony. So, make a list. See what it is that truly is the authentic you. And we will revisit it tomorrow. Excuse me. When we talk about the energy of Freya, Freya, of course, being the goddess of love and war, was also the goddess that brought magic to both Midgard and to Asgard. She understood how to manipulate energies of the world and the realms. So she had that power. So once we find our authentic self, then we can build upon that. So today I would like you to kind of figure out what does it mean to be an authentic version of ourself, right? And we'll revisit it again tomorrow. All right. And for those of you who would typically have joined us during Sports Mall last night, we apologize. We've had some technical difficulties. Our engineers have told me they're working on it, and so hopefully we'll be back online for next week's edition, getting near to the end of the year. So we're kind of excited about getting the last little bit of questions handled, and it was deeply disappointing last night. So we apologize. And for those of you who have joined us on kwwp.org, I encourage you to keep doing so. Our support of that station kind of helps the nonprofit that provides it. So do keep signing up and donating to their cause. All things go to helping individuals discover their cultures. So a great value. All right, my friends, I wish you the very best Thursday, and we will see you again bright and early tomorrow morning, where we will embrace the energy of Freya. Love and light, my friends.
Fulfillingness. Una. Hjälp oss med. Magnify. Tu för åg. Kaliot.
If what we've touched today hits something raw for you, you don't have to carry it alone. We offer a sliding scale spiritual guidance with sessions outside normal business hours. Visit akulfhednar.org/guidance to book a free discovery session.